Hey guys, this is Luke with Pro Co-op Agronomy, coming to you with episode 4 out of 5 that we talked about doing earlier this winter, and you guys have seen the first 3 episodes, hopefully. Today we're probably about 50% seeded in Daniels Valley, Roosevelt, Sheridan counties, if we had to guess. With that, there's been a few rain delays and things going on, so I figured it'd be a good time to get a jump start talking about in-season grass control. Now, if we could spend all day on herbicides, we could spend all day even just on grass herbicides. But there's a real good reason why we want to talk about this now before you start spraying in crop. If you want to zoom in a little bit and take a look at these pictures here. What we have are wild oat samples that were collected in the Flaxville area in 2019 and sent in for resistance testing. Over on the very left is untreated wild oats that they did not spray in the lab. Then you have Axial Bold, Axial XL, Select or Section as we sell. You have Everest, Beyond, Powerflex, and Osprey. Now, as you look at all these, there's a huge range in control. What this tells me, to sum it all up in a quick minute, is that this is definitely, these species of wild oats are resistant to group 1s, but not all group 1s. There's different sites of action within the group 1 group. Select is killing it, Axial is not. And that's where we want to focus on all these different options in spring. So with that, typically we've kind of had it easy through the years. One size fits all. If you have oats, easy button, spray Discover. If you have pigeon grass, easy button, spray Puma or a generic. Well, anymore we got to really be careful because this resistance thing is here. If you don't already have it, you will. And it's just a matter of time. It's not a matter of if, but it's a matter of when. So with that, I'm going to go through some considerations when you pick a grass herbicide. First and foremost, you got to know their grass spectrum, density, and size. A few pigeon grass or a few wild oats is different than a mat of Japanese brome or a mat of barnyard grass. We've seen different species come in, stink grass, barnyard grass. We've got Persian darnel. There's a lot of different grasses now in our area, and one size definitely doesn't fit all. Crop stage. A lot of these different options that you see around me, some of them you can go as early as a spike, like one little leaf poking through the ground, and some of them you have to wait till 3 or 4 leaf. Doesn't do any good to kill all the weeds if you're also injuring the crop big time. Broadleaf pressure is another part of it. So what are your tank mix partners? What are you going after in the broadleaf world? Some of these are all-in-ones where they have the grass control and some broadleaf control, but a lot of them you're going to be mixing in another broadleaf herbicide. And then the fourth one is disease pressure, or if you're going to add some nutrition while you're going across in that same path. Something with a high adjuvant load, a high surfactant load, say like an Axial Bold. Great product, but we want to be careful on heating things up too much with certain types of fungicides or micronutrients, that sort of thing. So to go through these, I just kind of broke things into groups. There's a few of the old standards and there's a few of some new ones out this year that I wanted to highlight that we want to help you figure out what the best fit is on your farm according to history, next year's rotation, and what you've been doing. So in the group 1s, we've had these around for a long time. We've got Discover, we've got Axial. Now you'll notice this is Axial Bold. What they did there is actually take Puma or a generic of Puma and mix in a little bit with Axial to actually up the pigeon grass control. That's going to be a great fit for a lot of springweed acres, where Discover you may end up missing some pigeon grass populations. But that's all assuming that you don't have any group 1 resistance. And we've used a lot of those through the years, and especially in peas and lentils, your Assure 2s, clethodims, those sort of things. Select Max, those are all group 1s. So switching over to the group 2s, we actually got a bigger pile here now. It hasn't always been this way, but same deal, we got to not overuse these either. Starting on the bottom, we've got Gold Sky, Husky Complete. Both of those are a grass broadleaf combination, and you probably used them at some point, but they each have their niches as to rotational restrictions, and some are better on pigeon grass, some are better on wild oats, some are better on darnel, for example. It also matters what you tank mix with it for adjuvants, and then just spiking with 2,4-Ds or phenoxys. You go up into rimfire max. That's been an economical way to do Persian darnel that's resistant to group 1s. Everest 3.0, this is a good fit for something you're not going to do a post crop on next year, as it gives some residual activity on pigeon grass, especially barnyard grass, things like that, wild oats. And then beyond, actually at the very bottom, that would be of course what you do in a clear field crop. So whether it's clear field lentils, wheat, canola, that sort of thing, that's going to give you, that's going to clean up your grasses there. Wide variety, of course. Big thing with Beyond, another great thing, but like I said, each one of these things has its fit. It is not an all-in-one broadleaf and grass killer. It is not the same as spraying, say, a Roundup Ready crop and having everything die. Very good on grasses, decent on a few broadleaves, but you're probably going to have to tank mix something for broadleaf control. And then finally in the group 2s here, this is a new one out this year. I'm pretty excited about it. I think it'll be a good fit in a lot of our acres. Luxor. So what you have here is non-residual group 2 with added express in there. So you're going to do well on Canadian thistle, Russian thistle, hawksbeard, winter annuals, those sort of things, in addition to getting your group 2 grasses, barnyard grass, so forth. Group 1s and group 2s, there's other groups out there, but very few options in our cropping systems. One of them going forward is Zidua. Zidua is it's a group 15. It's similar to Anthem Flex, like a lot of you tried on lentils pre-plant. It has residual, and it's a whole, you're getting away from all of these things. So you put this down early, you can go really early, get that layer on, get a good water, get a good rain, activate it, and it'll keep activating as you get more rains. And that's going to take care of some pretty unique things like stink grass that have come in, barnyard grass, the bromes, those sort of things, and do that in a residual type manner because it's a root and shoot inhibitor. You also have the old school stuff like Treflan. Nothing wrong with Treflan, but in a pinch, we're May 15th or May 13th right now, to actually get there in the spring, spread it, incorporate it, seed into it, it's going to be a time crunch, and usually those granular incorporated ones in the spring don't work as well, in my opinion, as a post-emergent foliar spray. So with that kind of sums up today's agronomy chat. We wanted to go over some grass options. Look forward to the next video. We're going to talk about plant health and a few other things that's going to entail disease, insect pressure, and in-crop nutrition. So thank you.